Senator Merkley, let me help you out.
Well, Mr. Chairman, if you weigh in on my questioning, I'm going to weigh in on your questioning. Is that fair?
Fair enough.
All right.
Which question you want to weigh in on mine?
It's your turn.
Well, I'm not going to ask any question. Let me state for the record, to be absolutely clear, the President of the United States is determined through legal advice that we've spent hours and hours and hours sitting through, that the attacks in the Caribbean are absolutely, totally, and 100% legal under U.S. law and international law. In addition to that, we have received considerable evidence that in the effectiveness, when he puts $50 million worth of drugs on the floor of the ocean, there are thousands of lives saved in the United States. Those are the reasons for the attacks, and that is what the record should reflect. I understand you have a different opinion on it. Appreciate that, Senator Merkley.
Thank you,
Senator Van Hollen.
Mr. Chair, you said I could weigh in on your
Feel
point. Thank you. First, it's well understood that the drugs, if they are being interdicted, which is unclear because the administration has no evidence to present to the American public, and if they had it, they'd probably be very happy to do so. But that particular channel is a channel that's used to supply Europe. However, Honduras and Colombia provide the U.S., and the President just pardoned the kingpin of designing the cocaine superhighway to the United States of America that provided over 400 tons of deadly drugs to American citizens. That's hardly a campaign to protect America. It's hardly an America First effort. It is, in fact, doing the opposite.
Well, again, to make sure that the record is clear, I'm the only member of this committee that sits on the Intelligence Committee. I'm the senior Republican and have sat there for 17 years. I can't tell you how or what the methods and means are, but we have seen absolutely, total, 100% conclusive evidence that the boats that were sunk were carrying illegal drugs, and they have wound up on the floor of the ocean.
Mr. Chairman, can you explain why that evidence hasn't been presented to the American public?
Well, it's classified. If that evidence is produced, methods and means, as you know, we collect intelligence through various methods and means. If they're going to continue to do this, and I urge them to continue to do this, they cannot disclose the methods and means, or obviously their efforts will be frustrated.
It's very clear that if there was evidence collected, it would have been
Senator,
bragged about. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, if this is illegal, this is real simple. File suit. You guys do before breakfast every day against Trump.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, I hope you've read the Constitution, that the ability to declare war comes from Congress,
Clearly.
not from the President, and the founders were emphatic that the issue of conducting war should never be invested in a single person. And this is a staging that is setting up not just strikes in the Caribbean, but preparation for strikes on land. The President himself has said he intends to conduct strikes on land. He has closed the airspace over Venezuela, and we have not held a hearing in this committee, the Foreign Affairs Committee, on this very important foreign affairs issue. And I'd ask that we do so.
Senator, first of all, you and I have common ground in that only the United States Congress can declare war and participate in the war. This is clearly not a war. It is kinetic action that every president has used over the years without a declaration of war from Congress. Senator Van Hollen.